Greetings, this is Queen at the Earth Lodge with the Earth Speaks, and today we are honoring the autumn equinox. And what does that mean, autumn equinox? Well, we're in the energy of full moon, which is rebirth, new beginnings, giving birth to, I should say, and that which represents a new cycle and a new beginning. But autumn is also another beginning. It's a cycle that repeats itself in the four seasons of our planetary timeline. So with the autumn, day and night are both equal. We have equal amounts of day and equal amounts of nights, 12 and 12, where we're coming out of longer days and shorter nights with the summer. So we're beginning to turn our energy inward. Winter we go in really tough, but for the autumn, we're just beginning to take a close eye view at what we planted in the spring, what grew in the summer, and what we're harvesting in the autumn. Autumn is all about harvesting. So you can take that and apply it to not only fruits and vegetables, herbs, different things you planted in the spring, but you can also take a look at internally some of the creative ventures that you set forth, set in motion in spring. You planted the seed. Did they come to fruition? And what is your harvest? See, what happens on the outside in our planetary sphere, what we see, is also happening on the inside in our inner sphere. That what we have, it mirrors each other. So it's kind of like what we see on the outside is happening on the inside in our personal life. So if it's not showing up in the way we want it to, that means we get to take a look, possibly compost some of those things that aren't working, and then replant them in the coming spring. So autumn is all about harvest, and it's also about a term we call squirreling. Squirrels start to collect acorns in the harvest time, in the autumn, because in the winter it gets fierce and it's too cold to come out. But for us, that could be the same thing, but it's more so it's a time to go inward. So we're not out at the beach, we're not in our shorts, we're not doing a bunch of outdoor activities because we have a tendency to stay inward when the weather gets a little colder. And that's a byproduct. The real intention of staying inward is to go inside, take inventory, and see what you're carrying into the next cycle. You don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. If you're getting the same results, that means you got to turn the soil, maybe add some nitrogen, some magnesium when we're talking about plants. But when you're talking about your own internal process, maybe there's some things you need to shed away. Maybe there's some things that you can harvest and then compost them this time around so you don't take them into the next cycle. So take a look at what happened for you last year, and then take a look at what's happening for you right now, and decide. You get to decide whether or not you want to take this into the next cycle. That makes sense, doesn't it? And that way we get to create new legacy. We're not complaining about the same thing over and over and over again. You get to have a hand in this, people. You get to co-create with all of your sustenance. And sustenance can mean something that you're not happy with and you want to take that and use it for compost. You want to recycle it. Okay, so that's a little bit about autumn. We want to make autumn an inside job, not just something that happens on the outside. So to learn more about us, go to www.earthlodgecenter.org. Check out our Facebook page. Become a sustainer. It's only $18 a month. And don't forget to do something wonderful for the earth today. Blessings and happy autumn.